comments, and portfolios are the key because we're in the transformation time where it's no longer the silos of an individual building, or even worse, the silos of the mechanical system, the electrical system, the voice data system, and the FF&E. It's now a portfolio of data that you're getting, and what we're trying to do is take that data through analytics that are really the special sauce that's associated with this. And by analytics, we're talking about historical use. We're talking about analytics that bring in data from externalities, such as what's the weather today, and can I shut down my chillers because I can use free cooling, to those sort of information sources that give us the ability to enable good decisions by the facilities team. So from a portfolio example, what IBM is doing in this, and when I say doing it, I really mean doing it. We've adopted this technology, and IBM is a numbers-driven company. We're predicated on shareholder value at our core. And so we're not going to adopt something or use this if it's not generating shareholder value. In this case, expense reduction in our real estate holdings, which are about 100 million square feet around the world. And in this, we started our Rochester, Minnesota site with just a couple of air handling units, and have expanded that now to what are 10 sites in the U.S., and we've got another 20 sites planned for 2012 to roll out this approach, which basically looks at the performance data from any IP addressable component and starts to understand what's going on in real time. And that's the important characteristic here, because what we're doing is trying to shift the paradigm of this data from, in a portfolio way, from retro commissioning to real-time commissioning. We all know that if you fix what's broken when it's broken, you're going to save a lot more energy. But if you do retro commissioning and it's scheduled for 6 months from now, it may be out of spec for 5.5 months of those 6. So how do you bring this into real-time performance? And what that does is shift the entire approach, the entire paradigm of facilities operations and maintenance from a preventive maintenance approach to condition-based maintenance. Because in preventive maintenance, you may be spending 2 or 3 days a week looking at things that aren't broken. Well, that's a waste of facility operations. And so what we've been able to see over time in this shift is not just a savings of energy, which we've got in IBM, which is an award-winning company in terms of our real estate and site operations group's ability to manage, because everybody's got a number at IBM, and they've got a number which is reduce energy, which they've been doing year after year after year since 1994. And in that context, they were resistive because they said, look, we're already doing all the physics stuff. We're already doing the smart engineering. And we came in and said, well, we're actually not teaching you new engineering practices. We're giving you a new layer of visibility, a new diagnostic tool, new analytics that lets you see deeper in real time than what you've been seeing before. The energy savings have been about 12% in that well-managed company. In other places, like Tulane University, where we have an installation, our energy savings in that type of approach have been 38% over their traditional load. So it's real, it's real-time data, and it's real savings. And we think from a portfolio standpoint, as places like Tulane roll this out across their portfolio, they're going to be able to use this technology to put cash flow back into their institution, back into their mission, which is ultimately what this is about as we transform this industry.